lineup.
Oh, he did with the team? Nice.
And he was down there with his family. He's got 3 girls.
Okay.
And so that was the We Will Rock You. So we got the girls to start the beat.
Oh.
They're all really young. And so it was a really cool moment. So anyway, the next Thursday, we made him a captain.
Oh, no way.
And we made him do the same thing. And so he stood up in the room, and then all the guys were given the beat. It was awesome. He's a good dude. He's such just like the sweetest man ever. Like, just a real nice guy. Like, there was like a behind-the-scenes tour of him doing it, and he comes into the press area, and I guess a few of the press, and his line is like, "Oh, geez, this takes me back." Like, just a honest to goodness Lloyd
Good
boy.
guy, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay. He hadn't come back around to me yet. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Sounds good, man.
buddy. Woo! It's like the Eakin line starting. Gregoire and Connaughton on the back end.
What a look. Welcome inside the Davos Ice Stadium for one of the most anticipated games, one of the most anticipated matchups of the 2022 Spengler Cup. The entire crowd is on their feet, chanting, getting ready to go for the host HC Davos against Canada in a very important game for the Canadians.
Well, it really is. Of course, they dropped their first game last night to Sparta Prague 3-2. This is going to be Davos's first action at this year's Spengler Cup. Canada doesn't want to go 0-2, and you know Davos wants to pick up their first victory.
Connor Hughes in net for Canada, playing with Fribourg in the Swiss League. Sandro Ashleman with Spengler Cup experience at the other end. It'll be the Cody Eakin line with Carr and Connolly. This unit had both of the Canadian goals last night. A slow start for Canada last night. We'll see if they change things here. In over the blue line, be offside if they touch it. And they do eventually blow that down here 9 seconds in to the first period.
Well, we got an inside look from Davos head coach Christian Volvain before the game. He wants his club to play physical against Canada. He knows Canada typically brings a physical team over here. They want to match that.
Another face-off win, and Gregoire will send this in deep. Ashleman out behind his own net, leaves it there. And it'll be played up the left wing boards. Right side now, opportunity, Rowe cutting towards the net. Oh, an early opportunity that bounces off of the stick of Rowe, who's been brought in for the tournament. Across the row again, and he scores! An early icebreaker from Davos, and the home side goes on top 1-0.
Well, for a moment there, it looked like Canada averted disaster as Andrew Rowe had one point-blank opportunity. It went off his stick. And then it was the defender, Gregoire, right here, who loses a handle on the puck. And a wonderful play from Corby as he comes around the net, identifies Rowe backdoor, and this time he makes no mistake, puts it in to a wide open net. So a defensive breakdown for Canada just 31 seconds into this game has Davos on top.
Canada trailed 3-0 at one point yesterday. Managed to make it a hockey game, but still came up short. Not the ideal start. A goal just 31 seconds in from Andrew Rowe, one of 3 players brought in on loan for this event. And immediate dividends. How does that paid off in a hurry, didn't it?
I mean, 29 seconds in and you've already, showed your worth just like that. It was a quick miss that he had, but a terrific play from Enzo Corby coming up behind the net. I think a lot of people thought he was going to shoot, and he looked it off. And a terrific finish from the American forward Rowe.
We'll see how Canada settles in now. Trailing by 1, less than a minute in. Stretch pass ahead. Desharnais reaching for it. Now he'll chase down in behind the net against Nygren. Negrin, Domenico moved up onto this line with Winnick and Desharnais. Domenico and Winnick, multiple Spengler Cups, and Desharnais playing in his second one as well. Now here's Domenico into the corner. Up to the point. Brook with traffic in front, sends it towards the goal. Wide glove side to the blue line, not out. That'll be kept in there by Basson. Centered out front. Desharnais works it loose in the corner. Desharnais up towards the blue line, drops it off for Domenico. Tried the return feed. That is broken up, and Davos will clear the zone. Ambuel. Over 15 World Championship trips for Andras Ambuel. Gave that puck up and headed off on a change. Canada now. Klein over skates, and another opportunity. They throw it across and they score again. A deuce from Davos early, and it's 2-0.
Well, it's breakdown number 2 from Canada. They've got possession of this. It's an errant pass that goes off the skate of Alan Klein. He can't handle it. And that turns into a 3-on-0 from the blue line down for Davos. And a beautiful pass across. Rasmussen finds Leon Bristedt. And from almost the same spot as the first goal, Andrew Woe, this time it's Bristedt into a wide open net. And wow, Canada is shell-shocked, 2-0 with under 2 minutes gone in this first period.
Canada gave up 2 goals in less than a minute in the first period last night. Now 2 goals in about 2 minutes to start this game as well. And Connor Hughes, who gets the start, really hasn't had a chance on either of these so far. His team in front of him giving him no help.
He's seen 2 shots, and both of them have been backdoor one-timers.
Here's Bristedt, who just scored to put Davos up 2-0. Turns it over, and Sevier stripped of the puck. Nash following up on the play. Will get it inside the blue line, but no further. Knocked back out. And now controlled by Gregoire. Gregoire flips it ahead for Connolly, the only Canadian to score so far in this event. Left side. And down in behind the goal. Carr will go in there to battle as well. Connolly comes in to help out, and Canada's able to come up the puck back to the point. Gregoire gives it away, has to hustle back here, and that one will be controlled by Wieser. Wieser picking his way through the neutral zone, tosses it across. Dahlbeck dropped it off, and that'll be one-handed in behind the goal. Gregoire has to hustle onto it here. Prassel in from behind. Knack was wide open in front again. Luckily, did not get his stick on that one. Pass ahead to Dahlbeck. He just chips it in. Winnick's going to swoop back and get it. And here goes Winnick. Wheels it away up the middle of the ice, gets to center, chips it into the corner, and wants to chase after it. Dahlbeck on it there. Winnick ties him up, but the puck is scooped up and brought away. Far side look from Corby. Gets to center ice. Big hit on the far side of the ice as Bisson finishes his check. Now Domenico finds Winnick. Dumps it off. Played back and turned over just inside the blue line. Domenico's there to recover. Plays it ahead to Baudin. Baudin with Domenico. Drops it down into the corner. 88 in white. That's Domenico in behind the goal. Desharnais comes crashing in there as well. But Davos is able to win that battle, and they'll bring it away. Stretch pass, batted down by Ambuel. What a move! Walking in, Ambuel forced back. Leduc was there to shut him down. Now Ambuel drops it off. Trying to feather it towards the front of the goal. This will be sent in just wide of the net. And Hughes will get a touch and hang on for the first time here tonight.
Well, Davos looks very, very dangerous. Early on here, we talked about how they wanted to come out with a physical presence. They've not only delivered, but they've received as well. And for Canada, Dustin, it comes right down to puck management. I mean, both those goals were just on a silver plate handed to Davos. Both times the puck was on Canadian sticks and just resulted in very, very easy turnovers.
Another opportunity right in front, taking it towards the goal. The net is off, and that will be blown down as Hughes bumped off that left post with another dangerous puck. That was Nordstrom that time, who was driving the puck out of the corner.
Joakim Nordstrom, a big body Stanley Cup winner with the Chicago Blackhawks, trying to make his presence known early on here, taking that puck to the net. He's got to know that the netminder, Connor Hughes, is already feeling a little shell shock, so why not give him a little something else to think about too.
You're going to move the face-off to the other side at the request of Rasmussen. Out there with Bristett.
Yeah, I just stand there. So what do you want me to do?
And Nordstrom. Nash on the draw for Canada, can't win it. Back to the point. Pachow knocks it down into the corner for Bristett. Up top to the blue line. Kept in momentarily, now it's going to be knocked ahead. This is Nash right up the middle of the ice. Now down into the corner. Puck support coming there from Sevier. Sevier trying to knock it loose. Davos will take over in behind their own net. 5 minutes gone here in period number 1. And Canada, for the second time in this tournament, trails 2-0. We said yesterday, and they're down 2-0. Boy, that next goal is huge. They didn't get it. They fell behind 3-0, and then the comeback fell short.
Yeah, and that proved to be just too large to come back from. I don't think Canada has a shot on net yet, even. So, let alone looking for their first goal here. They want to start with maybe getting a shot towards Ashleman in the Davos goal.
Face off, one back to the blue line, blown down immediately, and they will drop it again as Connaughton tosses it to the linesman.
Play this thing first.
Eakin, Connolly, and Carr
Guys, watch out.
out here for the Canadians.
The
This time, face-off one by Davos. Verendun plays it ahead, in over the blue line. Scooped up, knocked back out to the neutral zone. Carr, tied up, trying to get down to the corner. Now Canada will control. Gregoire, far side, Connaughton waits. Now he'll take it. And there's Canada's first shot of the game. 5.5 minutes into the shoulder of Sandro Ashleman.
Well, a little bit better puck retrieval there from Canada. They ultimately win the puck back to Gregoire. He goes D-to-D to Connaughton, but not enough traffic in front as the goalie pretty much sees that puck the whole way, is able to corral it off his chest and hang on.
Desharnais, Winnick, and DiDomenico back out over the boards here for Travis Green, head coach of Team Canada. Won this event himself as a player back in 2007. And the net knocked off once again here in the early going. This crowd was fired up prior to puck drop. 2 early goals like that, it's going to be near impossible to take them out of it now.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't need a reason to be as excited and as loud as they are, other than Davos' first game of the tournament against Canada. You add in 2 goals in less than 2 minutes, and the ice stadium Davos is jumping.
Canada will have a day off tomorrow. HC Davos will take on Sparta Prague, who picked up the victory last night. They impressed. I thought they were a very good team last night in that victory over Canada. Full marks for that win.
Yeah, I agree. Dustin, led by former St. Louis Blue forward Vladimir Sabatka. He looked very good, along with his countryman Michael Repik. And as you mentioned earlier, got out to an early 3-0 lead. Canada was off to a slow start. Finally, they got their legs going, but could not overcome that deficit.
And that's the difference in this game here today. It's not like Canada's just going through the motions. They've just made some horrendous mistakes that have ended up in the back of their net.
Yeah, that's exactly it. As we got to look at Andreas Ambil, nice eye-hand coordination, picking that puck out of midair.
Bisson knocks it in behind the Davos netminder, and now it'll be moved ahead. Dahlbeck. Pass into the skates of the intended target. He's going to follow up, though, and he'll get it back just inside the blue line. Rips it around. Bisson closes over there. Stransky keeps it alive. Working down low with Eagley. Now Stransky trying to head towards the net. Hughes knocks it away. And we will get a stoppage with Canada trailing 2-0. Oh, Buck, what do you think of this start? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and he was on the other side. It's hard to see.
I think they the third goal yesterday was in the second period for Davos. Repix, I think it's 4 in the first. Still bad starts. Welcome back to the Ice Stadium, Davos, Switzerland. Day 2 of the Spengler Cup. Canada losing yesterday in their opener, trailing 2-0 here against the host, HC Davos. So this will be sent down the ice, and that one will go the distance for icing. And Carr in pursuit here with Cody Eakin. This line stayed together from yesterday. Travis Green mixing a few things up though. Nina Minico moved up with Desharnais and Winnick, and Brendan Perlini and Ennis. I'm not even sure we've mentioned Perlini or Ennis yet in this hockey game.
No, we've not. Chris Bennett draws in place for Corey Emerton as well.
We've only kind of seen 3 lines so far in this game for Canada. Here's Eakin. Knocks it down into the corner. Beaudin in behind the net for Connolly. Connolly, point per game so far this year here in Switzerland. Works his way out from behind the net. Now throws it over to the left point. Sent off the end boards, juicy bounce, contained by Davos, and they'll reverse it in behind the goal. Jung plays it up the wing. Ambul's got it, pokes it ahead. Eakin had to hurry up. There are too many men, could have been the call. Leduc will move it ahead, and that's tipped by Connolly into the zone. There's a big hit. Quine out on the ice for the first time with Ennis and Perlini. This is their first shift of the hockey game. Comes over 7 minutes in. Now it'll be turned over. Ristet gives it away. Tyler Ennis takes over. Ennis down into the corner, plays it in behind the net. Perlini parked in the high slot. Quine to the blue line. A little sloppy. They're able to keep it in. And now it'll be played behind the goal. Perlini comes crashing in, and Perlini finishes his check. Goes in hard. Gives a shoulder after to Claude Michaud as well. So this line obviously has one task. They came out to be physical, didn't they?
Yeah, good job from Perlini. We liked what we saw from him in game 1. A big body, long stride as we get a look at his finishing the check. And I think this line actually did have a shift for about 10 seconds. It was the second goal that went off the skate of Alan Quine right at the blue line that resulted in that.
And that was it.
3-0, and they hadn't got on the ice since then.
Face off to the blocker side right of Hughes. Gregoire will control, gets to Connaughton. Connaughton plays it up the middle of the ice. That'll be controlled there by Stransky. Now they'll give it away. Ang brings it in over the blue line. Shot coming here, that is blocked. The attempt from Nash's block bounces to the boards, now knocked away. Rowe, who opened the score and waiting for it. Ang comes back and takes that puck away. Now he drops it off for Connaughton. Connaughton follows up, gets to center, chips it down in behind the goal. Ashleman out to play it. Moves it into the corner. Batted down by Brook. That'll be offside. They're going to say not offside. And now it's played ahead to Nash. He's by himself. Nash will try a shot. And Ashleman steers it up into the netting and out of play for an offensive zone faceoff for the Canadians.
Well, not a lot of action coming. Ashleman's way just yet. That was a long shot deflected off the stick of Riley Nash, easily directed up and out of play from the Davos goalie.
Winnick, Desharnais, and Di Domenico back over the boards. Cannot control off this face-off, and that'll be brought ahead by Wieser. Into the corner, throws it off the side of the net. Controlled down low, now played up. Fortunate bounce for Davos, and Knack fires it just wide. Desharnais harassed from behind by Prassel. Desharnais still in the fight, eventually lost that battle. Wieser pinned along the boards. Desharnais trying to spear that puck loose, and eventually it will pop loose, controlled by Nygren. Nygren moves it back, now with some speed. They'll play it ahead. Sarella knocks it in behind the net. Cody Eakin is there to grab it for Canada. And Eakin will get it back now as he wheels through the neutral zone, gets the blue line, gives it to Leduc. Sent towards the net. Ashleman, a juicy rebound. Right in the slot. No Canadian there to pick it up. Back the other way comes Ambule. Drops it off in behind the net and into the near corner. Now back up top. Young's shot is steered into the corner where Ambule picks it up. Leduc forced to play this puck in behind the net to Connaughton. Returns the feed as Davos makes a quick change. Canada will as well. Leduc settles in behind his netminder. Slowly to the blue line. Almost lost it, fires it over to Ennis. Ennis couldn't get it in cleanly. Quine will have to clear the zone, now he does, as Davos brings it away. Past the midway point, period number 1, shot into the glove of Hughes, and he will leave it in behind the net. Ripped around the boards. Ennis trying to skate onto it. Perlini is there as well. Perlini forcing him to poke it in behind the net for Dominic Eagley. Eagley moves it ahead to Rasmussen. Rasmussen, middle of the ice. They'll throw it across. One-timer off the side of the goal. Nordstrom moves it back. He'll head off on a change. Rasmussen will join him. Canada getting some fresh legs over the boards as well, trailing by a pair. Stransky into the corner, behind the net. Picked off there by Nash. Now he's going to try to pick it up a little bit. Feathers it through, just onside. Ang turns, pressure coming along the boards, takes a bump but knocks it in behind the goal. And Stransky just chips it up into his own bench for a whistle with 8:54 on the clock.
Well, you know, Dustin, one thing that, another turnover here in front of the net that just goes high and wide from Simon Knack. This was another nice pass that just missed on the short side. But one thing Davos is having a lot of success with is their breakouts. They are coming out with speed. They're making a good 30, 40-foot pass that is getting past the first forecheckers of Canada and immediately creating 3-on-2, 3-on-3 entries into the Canadian zone. They're coming up ice without any back pressure, where the other way Canada's coming up, they're getting hounded the whole way. There's been no clean ice for Canada to gain entry.
And it seems when they do get into the zone, it's usually just one guy sort of by himself, right? Not a lot of flow offensively for this Canadian club so far. Similar story to what we saw in yesterday's loss to the team from Prague. Mack, the blue line, battling for Davos against Brook. Di Domenico couldn't come up with it either. Another crack at it for Desharnais. Desharnais looking for Winnick. Winnick to the blue line, and that one will be blown down on an offside as well. And that, once again, is what you were talking about, Ken. No time at that blue line for these Canadian forwards to make a play.
Yeah, and you know, it starts right inside of their own zone. They have to work as hard as they can to even get possession of that puck. Once they do, Davos is doing a really nice job staying up. So when, you know, Daniel Winnick eventually gets the puck on a stick, he looks up and he's got a blue jersey right in front of his face, holding the blue line, forcing it offside.
Eakin, Connolly, and Carr face off just outside their offensive zone blue line. Pass ahead to Eakin, he'll chip it in. Connolly will give chase against Peugeot. Eakin following up, knocks it in behind the net for Connolly. Ambule, good look ahead, possible odd man rush, and a good stick by a Canadian defenseman to break that play up. Kalanick was there, now he's slow to get it up. Another opportunity right in front, that's blocked. Davos peppering the Canadians once again. Eakin harassed and behind the net, moves it around on the far boards. That hit Carr turned over, and once again set on net dangerously by Sorella. And now the blue line and out. Carr will force the issue so the rest of his line mates can get off the ice on a quick change. Now he will join them. 7.5 to play here in the first. Davos, 5-3 shot advantage, but have certainly been carrying the pace of play. Rasmussen flips it ahead. Verstedt couldn't control that one, but he'll pressure Connaughton, and it leads to a turnover right in front of the goal. Nordstrom steps around his man. Verstedt plays it down low, up front, puck bouncing over the stick of Michael Fora, and now Perlini racing ahead, and Perlini's going to get the slashing penalty, and Davos will have a power play when we return to Switzerland.
Yeah.
It's the GM.
Okay, yeah, he's the GM.
Okay.
Okay. So if they show him again, we'd want a shout out. Yep, good.
Big penalty kill coming up for Canada as we welcome you back to the Ice Stadium in Davos. The host club with a 2-0 lead and the first power play opportunity of this hockey game. Davos has come out hot. They haven't played yet. Right, final team to get on the ice here at the event, and they have not wasted any time sort of working themselves into this game. Sent all the way down the ice. Nash pokes it loose, killed some time down and behind the offensive net. Eventually, it's taken away. Nash, though, will remain on the pursuit. Davos now an opportunity to set it up. They'll head right up the middle of the ice, dropping it back, and now working it up to center. Into the zone, driving wide. Corby will take it in behind the net, playing it back out front to Stransky, and Stransky wasn't ready. I think Corby kind of told him on the way by, hey, heads up, man, be ready for that. We'll try it again. This time, going the other way with it. Now that pass misses Corby. Brook on it for Canada, stumbles a bit behind the net. This will allow Davos to grab the puck momentarily. Now an opportunity for Besson to clear the zone, and that's what he will do. Halfway home on this penalty kill for Canada, 50 seconds remaining for Davos, looking to take a 3-0 lead in the first. Nordstrom down into the corner, played back up to the left point. Michelis gives it away, and it's ripped back down the ice by the Canadian Killers.
Well, better job from Canada here on this penalty kill, taking away time and space from Davos. Davos is gaining the blue line, but not having an opportunity to set up as Canada penalty killers all over.
Here's Desharnais back to Winnick, chops at it, off a stick of a Davos defender, up into the netting and out of play.
Well, 14 seconds to go on this penalty kill, and maybe this is just a little bit of momentum that Canada needs to try to turn the tables a little bit. Because as you mentioned at the start of this power play, it has been all Davos in this first period. Canada really with nothing positive to hang their hat on yet. So maybe a small victory in this penalty kill will launch them forward.
Come on, let's go.
Nash back out here to take the draw.
I go back a little bit.
Sevier standing to his right, bounces past Sevier, and will be brought up the ice by Bristette. That's close to being offside, but Canada will take over anyway. Nash with speed, skating with the puck, throws it down left wing boards. Perlini is out of the penalty box, hustling over to the Canadian bench. First power play comes up drive for Davos. Just inside the blue line, Cody Eakin couldn't control it, but they did manage to turn it over. Now Gregoire for Canada will set up just inside his own blue line, tosses it ahead. Eakin reaches back with a skate and picks it up. Eakin on goal. Ashleman will hang on, but with Daniel Carr parked right in front. They've had a few shots, but there hasn't been that sustained pressure in the offensive zone from Canada.
Oh, you're exactly right, Dustin. It's really been one and done. The last couple shifts, Cody Eakin has his legs going. Let's see if that he can build on that. Of course, Eakin, Carr, and Connolly were the line that scored 2 goals yesterday.
Brook dumps it off to Winnick. Into the corner, pumps the brakes. Works back up the wall. Brook had slid down, and he's able to get in the pocket, knock it into the corner. Desharnais comes crashing in there. Winnick on support. Knocks it in behind the net for DiDomenico. Double teamed. Winnick will slide back in again. Canada trying to win a battle right along the board. Still laying there. Now Desharnais with a little bit of room. He's going to walk in high slot. Gives it back to Winnick. Back pressure is there, though. Winnick can't get it off. And now a penalty coming up. An interference call against Nygren. And it'll be a Canadian power play late in the first period.
Magnus Nygren guilty of the interference in front of the net. A better job from Canada keeping that puck in at the blue line. A terrific second effort from Winnick and Desharnais. You can see DiDomenico going to the front of the net as the puck came that way. And it's Nygren off for 2 or less if Canada can convert.
Somebody has unplugged the Jumbotron here at the ice stadium in Davos. It's completely black right now. The official is waiting over by the timekeeper to see if they can get that fired back up. I know at the minor hockey rinks in Canada, you just have to push a button at the back and then scramble through a bunch of different codes to get the time set. But this operation looks like it runs a little bit differently. What do you think of Canada's power play yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, it got better as the game went on, much like their game did. It got better. It was definitely a little out of sorts to begin with, which of course is completely understandable. I mean, with the exception of a few players, yesterday was the first time the majority of these Canadians had been on the ice as one team. So it does take some time to find that chemistry. They weren't able to convert, but did end up ultimately getting some scoring chances, and head coach Travis Green is going to start with that group that got them 2 goals yesterday, alongside Tyler Ennis as well, who was a power play specialist during his time in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, so when we say, a power play's a power play, yeah, you know, everybody's played it before, you should know what to do. I mean, never played it with these guys before, which obviously
no clue what's going on.
Make a little bit of an issue for you. Let's hear what's being said here.
Mijn woorden, keine Ahnung, sie probieren het zo te flikken. Je nachdem, ja. Ich weiß noch nicht mal, wie lange das geht oder was das Problem ist. Keine Ahnung.
I think he said the scoreboard's out.
Well, if someone in the building just tripped over a cord, they're feeling really guilty right now.
That's what I imagine right now. There's cords all over this place. I don't know if I've ever seen this in person.
Wie lange ist das gegangen?
I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Does this benefit the penalty kill or the power play more? I mean, both teams are going to be rested. It's not like Canada's gone back over to the bench to draw anything up.
Honestly, if anything, I think it favors Canada, not so much because of a power play, just because maybe it just gives them a chance to reset. It's been all Davos to start this period here. And so maybe a brief break just gives Canada that opportunity to set up some strategy on the power play, and it looks like we're back in business.
It's alive, ready to go. Canada's power play looking to come to life here as well. To the glove side left of Ashleman, who has not really legitimately been tested yet in this hockey game. Power play should do that here for the Canadians. Off the draw, loose puck picked up and sent all the way down the ice calmly by the Davos penalty kill unit.
Well, the Davos forward, Matej Stransky, lost his stick right off the faceoff. If Canada was able to keep that in, it could have been a 5-on-4 with a Davos player without a stick.
Perlini left side. Carl fired around. Sevier comes in. Ennis along the boards as well. Pops up to Beaudin. Beaudin down into the corner. High slot for Perlini. Sevier rings it around the boards. Beaudin waiting for it at the right point. Ennis right next to him. That's where he's going to drop it back. Ennis along the line for Perlini. Perlini wants a shot towards the goal. Batted just wide. Ennis hops all over it. Ennis back up top to Beaudin. Throws it across Ennis. Right wing boards. Works his way down the wall. Bounces it off the boards. Back up to Beaudin. Ennis waiting. Throws it across to Perlini. What a stop, Ashleman. Are you kidding me?
Oh, beautiful setup from Canada here. See the first attempt out of the air. That one goes wide, and then a terrific look. Well, here's the one out of midair, but the second one was Perlini on a terrific pass, backdoor from Ennis, and a great glove save.
Best of the game so far from Ashleman. Now here's Desharnais. Down into the corner. That took a weird bounce, and it'll be scooped up and fired down the ice by Davos. Gregoire leaves it for Desharnais. He's got Domenico over to his right and gives it to 88 and White. Down the right wing side, tried to cut in, and that's going to be broken up and played all the way down the ice.
Well, when you're on the man advantage, you don't want to, the whole idea is to create outnumbered situations. You don't want to take someone one-on-one. That's what Domenico does. He gets checked, and easy clear for Davos.
Domenico has it again. Walks it down into the corner. Spun around, back up to the blue line. Gregoire will keep it in. Over to Desharnais. Domenico down low, drops it off for him, back up top. Gregoire thought about a shot, throws it across, they'll take it. All the way around the boards, back to Domenico. Power play set to expire. Back to even strength now, Canada and Davos. Centered over, Desharnais chops at it, Ashleman is there. Back to the point, Gregoire turns it around, keeps it in. Another shot coming, swing and a miss from Winnick, and it'll slide down into the corner. Domenico there. Connolly comes in as well. Connolly's got it. We play 5-on-5, but pressure in favor of the Canadians. Domenico, Connolly bouncing puck, couldn't settle it down. 95 seconds remaining in the first. Domenico, long shift here for him. Works it back up the wall, almost took a high stick in the chops. Tosses it over far side, Leduc. High slot, Gregoire sends it on goal. Picked up, and a chance to clear to the blue line, not out. Leduc will keep this in. Sensational pressure from the Canadians here. Gregoire waiting. Desharnais turns right into the slot, loads and fires. Ashleman stops that as well. And a chance for Davos to finally clear the zone and maybe attack. Driving towards the goal, one-handed by Ambule, but that is steered aside by Hughes, who hadn't seen much in a while. And he's able to get the pad down there. Final minute of play in the first period. She's been a good one. Ang knocks it around in behind the net. That'll be chopped up high on the boards, kept in. Now down low, moving in there is Brook. He'll be bodied off the puck. Bennett looking to pursue, and that was flipped up off the glass and out, and now we've got some pushing and shoving. Looks like Chris Bennett in there, just inserted into the lineup for his first taste of the Spengler, and gets an opportunity to stir things up a little bit.
Well, this is okay. Canada's not going to mind a little extracurricular at all. That's, of course, coming right after the best sustained pressure we've seen from Canada. Here's a look at Andreas Ambule, the Davos and Swiss international, who just one-handed steers that puck. A good back check there from Desharnais. to limit that scoring chance.
Playing in his 14th Spengler Cup. This is the 39-year-old. 17 world championships. Not bad. Heck of a run. Now off the draw, back to the point, shot through Ashelman. You know, when they've tested him, he's been up to the task here so far, starting to get some pucks in his direction, but he's settled in nicely, having a nice season. 11-5 in Swiss League play with a .923 save percentage.
Yeah, he's been tough to beat all year, and probably the biggest thing to see early on here, Dustin, is his rebound control and lack thereof of any rebounds.
Yeah, nothing really juicy hanging around the crease to bang in here for Canada. It should eventually come, you would think.
It's hitting
You
his
didn't
leg.
play the pop first, you went right for his stick. Watch out, guys. I want the stick in the white.
Eakin wins this one back. Now he'll go to the front of the net. Kalinick stumbles as he works along the boards. Puck comes back to him on his backhand. Flips it off the end boards. Carr is there. He's taken down. Eakin overskated it. Connolly will come in to help out as well as the clock ticks down inside 7 seconds. Maybe time for a shot still. 3 seconds remaining. And that attempt off of a skate into the corner, and that will do it. For period number 1, Canada finds themselves trailing 2-0 against HC Davos. And for the second time in 2 days, they are down by a pair after 20 minutes, looking to find some life in period number 2.
Daniel.
All right, Buck, who do I have? Cannot kick. I'm on my way down.
How about those 2 first goals?
Breakouts after face-off. Spengler give it to you. Then I'm coming in front of the net. No one takes me. So you're calling me Reese and Pete.
Die gaat er gewoon en back into the
Yeah, Reese and Pete.
Don't be corner.
Yeah.
Keep doing the cross pass.
Yeah.
It's open every time. That goes in the D and low and forward. They go in with their third back.
Yeah. But the D with the puck has to make do something before he gives the DD. Like just do a little fake and then pass it over so we can drag them apart. Dude, I can give it earlier. The only thing is like he's right on you, the backchecker, and his D is too tight for me to. So that's why I have to show him that I kind of want to dump it and then he dumps it. But I understand that you have to show just nice.
Don't fall for their shoot for second story.
Bucky there. Man, how about those giveaways, those first 2 goals? Like, Gregoire just mishandled the puck and then fell down. And then it wasn't a great pass across to Quine, but you're a professional hockey player. You got to be able to pick that up off your skate. Like, that is, I really wanted to rip him, but. And then just like the lack of, oh my God, I didn't pick it up. I better go do something about it. Like, just off his skate and circled away. No, not at all. They're begging for a healthy Cody Goldboth, and he's going to log 35 minutes. Yeah, you're exactly right. Just 4 or 5 guys for Davos looked dangerous. And really it was just because of terrific puck movement and then putting it to a guy out in the open. Whereas Canada just can't find that guy yet. Do they even serve it in the building? Yeah, I know. Is it the popcorn? Oh, nice. Nice. I'm one of those guys, I don't know if it's my throat, but every time I have popcorn, a kernel gets stuck in the back of my throat. Every time. And I love it, but I've just stopped eating it because of that.
This is for the next time when we have penalty in the D's coming back. And we have a longer shift after penalty, we have no chance to change. Reminder again, Canada, they stretching it. They stretched already in the first period. Now, when we have the puck and we skate upwards, forward, you have to do a great job and give the D's a chance to change. When they go, when you fuck up here a play, they go right away in the other direction. Now we have the closer change. Now we have the long change. Here, crucial, gentlemen, second period. So, carry it in, bring it behind their D's, and then overall, we have a lot of good entries, but we're struggling in puck placement first. We bring it behind the D's, and then when we have a side change, have to be about a better puck placement, and then keep on the puck. And then
You hear Vaillant talking about the long change in the period?
Be alert of his center, like we said, help out. When they have 3 guys posting, we need to center there too. Let's have a good second one.
How's the mood there?
Not too bad.
Yeah?
Connaught one's okay.
Yeah.
Stopped and talked to Daniel Carr's mom.
Did you?
Yeah, she's down there. She stopped me. That was nice.
That's
lady.
nice. Yeah.
She's here. His wife's here. And one of his buddies came over.
Oh, cool.
His buddy's the bald dude in the front wearing a car jersey.
Oh,
Right in
really?
the very front row there, yeah.
You know, I'll come down with you there next time. I haven't seen Ray's wife yet and his kids. So I'll
Well,
go.
she must be in there somewhere, hey?
She'll be down there, so I'll go.
So both power plays are 0 for 1. Verstedt from Rasmussen.
Oh, I want to see replays of those. That I was saying to Becky, that second one. I mean, the first one was disgusting, the giveaway, the
Yeah.
turnover. But the second one, I mean, that's a pass off. It's not a great pass, but it's off your skate. You got to corral that. That off Alan Quinn, right? It was
Yeah.
a cross-ice pass.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, and then he turned and fell.
and he didn't even do anything. Like,
Yeah, he's
pick that puck up, and
yeah.
it was just horrible. Like, you know, Davos is going to come out fired up. You got to be ready.
Especially after you're already down 1-0.
I
You
know.
know, like. No, Connaught was good. He grew up in Collingwood, right where my wife grew up. Oh, really? Edmonton, West Edmonton, yeah.
Okay. So Vaillant was just talking about the long change in the second period.
Oh, yeah?
And when the forwards are coming up the ice, he doesn't want them stopping right inside the blue line if the D are going to go for a change.
Oh, okay.
He wants them to make sure they get
Gotta
the puck
push
in
it
deep.
deeper, yeah.
He wants them to get it deep because he said if we stop here and we turn over, our D can't change.
Makes sense.
So, something to keep our eye on.
Yep. Buck, do you get to interact with anybody in that truck during the game or just us? Well, I guess you're talking back to Toronto.
We got to send some popcorn down to him. That's what he's craving right now.
Is that what he wants? I haven't had any of the treats here. Maybe he went to get some.
Maybe. We were saying I don't know if they serve it. Maybe it's too messy to clean up. They don't see anyone eating any of it.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Rosie, huh? Same way. Hey, Sammy. Ja, maar hij zei, die is al super impressive. Very good.
Oh, his upper body's warm.
The only thing that would top it is if he was wearing a tie under that turtleneck.
Yes. Buck, do you know if we're on TSN or TSN2 or where the game is? I'm just kind of tweeting it out. TSN3, okay.
I told him that. That's the end of the
I wish they showed highlights in the intermission of the period.
Yeah, that'd be nice, actually.
So just something to think about going forward here. Eschleman's only 6 feet tall. Like he's playing with such confidence right now.
Yeah.
Like he's playing bigger than he is, right? And
Yeah, you know what? For a smaller guy, he does cover the top of the net.
no, I know
pretty
he
well,
plays.
eh?
He's
Like-
playing big, and he's.
But
And he's
you're right. I mean, there should be some room there, right? Felt bad for Hughes. You get this start, and
Oh
you
my
literally
goodness.
have no chance on either goal. And outside of that, like he really hasn't had to make a save.
No.
Where they just shot it at him and he held on to it.
No, you're exactly right.
Kind of weird. We're coming in right at puck drop, yeah. Day 2 of the Spengler Cup continues, and we've got second period action locked and loaded, ready to go here. Canada, who was down 2-0 after 20 minutes yesterday, trailing the host HC Davos 2-0 as well. Canada with an 8-6 advantage in shots on goal in that first period. One or two of them dangerous. They gave up the third in the second period last night. They'll try to not do the same here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the old cliche, but the next goal is crucial. Either a 2-1 game or 3-0 in favor of Davos.
An early turnover along the boards by this Canadian blue line. That time it was Gregoire for a far side. That did come out of the zone. So fortunate for the Canadians that that turnover didn't come back to bite them.
You know, we've talked at length about how lively these boards are, and for whatever reason, the Canadian defense have just not been able to adjust to it. And this puck comes zipping around. Gregoire seemingly is going to pick this puck up easily, mishandles it right to a Davos player.
Not everybody's ready.
A quick change here, 12 seconds in,
Ready, guys? You know,
and Canada
now.
will get Di Domenico, Desharnais, and Winnick over the boards. Dahlbeck fires this in. Hughes knocks it down. Connaughton had it knocked off his stick. Gregoire on it there. Has Winnick up the boards, and he'll give it to him. Here's Winnick, plays it ahead to Connaughton. Connaughton leads the rush in over the blue line, leads it for Di Domenico. Far side, now trying to go to the side of the goal. That's picked off by Enzo Corvi, and he's back the other way. Corvi with Stransky, gives it to him, and they're called on the offside as they were 3 wide at the offensive blue line. Not much of an argument from them either.
More or less frustration from Enzo Corvi. He made a nice play, but I think it was just that quick stick handle he made right at the last second. He was looking to dish it off to Matej Stransky, who was offside.
Christian Volvin is not happy. I know many of you watching at home in Canada would say, hey, that's the World Junior guy. And it is the World Junior guy. Now in charge of HC Davos, 2-on-1, a long way up the ice. They'll keep it. Hughes hangs on. Sounded like something hit the post there. Must have been his stick as that one into his belly. And Connor Hughes getting the start here in game 2 for Canada makes the save.
Well, it's Mark Michelis with Andreas Ambul on that 2-on-1. Michelis
elects to hold on. Looked like maybe he was trying to go 5-hole. Had a good save from Connor Hughes, not giving anything up on that shot.
Michelist on loan for the tournament. Nygren moves down along the boards. Brook will be pressured, taken in the boards from behind. They'll move it up to Eakin. His pass into the skates of Connolly. Eakin falls, taken down. Brook throws it across, and they will let that go as onside. Eakin down low now. Carr comes in there as well. Eakin pushed off the puck, and Nygren will move it ahead. Now given away right onto the tape of Nygren, and here comes Davos back in 3-on-2. Flip pass over to the left side. Brustet couldn't handle it cleanly. Baudin will pin him along the boards and move it ahead to Connolly. Connolly pressured, gets some help, and eventually they'll move it over onto the left side of the ice. Center ice, no more.
Canada could just not come up the ice uncontested. They've got a Davos player on them all the time, and when they move the puck to open ice, right away a blue jersey all over them.
Here goes Ennis. Ennis sends one in that's over top of the net, comes around. Klein will keep it in. Perlini joins them now. Perlini to the blue line, shot through a crowd. Eshelman never saw it, but it was wide of the goal and now controlled. Brustet moves it ahead. Dropped back, Nordstrom fires, and that one is up and out of play. Another good opportunity for the home side.
Well, we talk about the way that Davos is able to enter the zone, and then you contrast that with the way that Canada has to work so hard to try to create any time and space out here.
Easy.
Something that Canada as a team is going to have to identify going forward.
Desharnais working in the corner, played around now. Winnick will hustle over there. Connaughton takes over for Canada. Up the boards, nobody's home. That'll be sent towards the net. Hughes is down, butterfly, and knocks it in behind the net. Desharnais working there with Connaughton, pressured and given away again. This time Winnick will grab it, and he gives it away. Canada fighting the puck heavily inside their own blue line. Now Desharnais. DiDomenico was standing there, couldn't get a stick on it. Now Desharnais down low. Bodies falling in the corner. Kalanick far side, shot through up high into the glove of Eshelman, and he will hang on with DiDomenico right in his face.
Well, I like this from Chris DiDomenico. The netminder for Davos, Sandro Eshelman, it's not been a rough ride whatsoever for him so far. Seen about 10 shots come his way, and I think Canada's going to have to start getting some more traffic in front, trying to disrupt him a little bit, maybe get him off his game.
Connolly, the only Canadian to score now in over 4 periods. Moved ahead. Stransky plays give and go. Kalanick knocks it off his stick, takes him down into the corner. Eakin there as well, working against Enzo Corvi. Corvi has it. Trying to drive out front. He does. Lost the puck, though, and it'll come back up to the left point. Thrown across right side, Fora. Eakin knocks his man down. Puck still laying there. Hughes watches it slide in behind the net. Leduc forces his man to the corner. Back up top, left point. Ambule tries to center. It's knocked in behind the net. Ambule wins the race to this one again. Just inside the blue line, watched by Leduc, who will now sneak off on a change. Sorella sends it down the ice. Kalanick on it there. Back up to Nygren now. Nygren will fire, blockered away by Hughes. Another one sent through off the side of the goal. Bisson gets it to Perlini. Perlini stood up just inside the blue line. Bisson pressured, moves it across, and Connaughton, smart move here, takes the high route out. Ambule knocks it down, not a high stick. They'll play on. Bisson pokes it up the boards. Canada does not have a shot in the first 5 minutes of period 2, trailing 2-0. Ambule in behind the net. Hassan on him there. Comes back around. Egley overskates it. And now Tyler Ennis. Ennis walking in. Ennis will take the shot. Ashleman the save. And it bounces to the corner, played ahead. Nordstrom with a stick laying just inside the blue line. Still gets it to Rasmussen, who drives in. And the puck trickles to the side of the goal. Brook knocked it away from Hughes, who attempted to get his catcher mitt on it. Bristet. Still working. Far side, shot through. Hughes has it. And he hangs on, and it has been all HC Davos here in the second.
I mean, Dustin, it really is just a fire drill when the puck's inside the Canadian territory. Here we get a look at the sharp angled shot from Tyler Ennis. He comes down the left wing. He's got nothing, so he just fires it up high. And Baron Dune with an easy save from Connor Hughes. But inside the Canadian zone, Davos is on those loose pucks so quick.
Another shot high into the chest of Hughes, who has played 22 games in the Swiss League this year. He's 11-6-2 with a .922 save percentage and a .203 goals against average. He played 18 games in the National League here in Switzerland over the last 5 years. And this year, it's finally come together for him, and he started 22, and he's won half of them. Great story to be a part of this Canadian team. Now Hughes pokes it into the corner. Baudin moves it ahead. Ang knocks it into the corner. Bennett will give chase. Sevier there as well. They'll tie things up down in the corner. Neutral zone, high bouncing puck. Connaughton. Batted down neatly by Sevier. Sevier will play it into the corner and head off on a change. 6.5 minutes gone in period number 2. The chants continue here in Davos, watching the home side with a 2-goal cushion, giving Canada everything they can handle and more. DiDomenico moves it ahead. Pressure from behind once again, and Canada can't make a play on that puck. Eshelman moves it into the corner. Nygren, pressured by Winnick, dumps it off. Pass on the right side. Corby will have to skate onto this. He's beaten to it, and now it's knocked ahead. Winnick will grab it for Canada. DiDomenico to the front of the net. Comes off the boards. Penalty coming up. And that'll be a slash against Canada's Winnick.
It's a frustrated hockey player right there. But you see, he fans on the pass to begin with. Like,
they cannot handle the puck.
It's amazing.
I don't know if I've ever seen a team bobble the puck so much in their own end. Like,
and if Davos was doing it, then we'd say, okay, the ice or whatever it is.
yeah.
But they're not. They seem to be
you're
handling
right.
it.
They're handling it just fine. Second power play of the game coming up for Davos, looking to extend this lead to 3. Desharnais just heading off. He was having an extra discussion with one of the officials. Desharnais wearing the captaincy for Canada. No time wasted. Shot towards the net. That's wide, glove side. Nygren will settle it down. Drops it off down along the half wall. Now sent towards the net. Hughes watching on. A chance to clear here for Sevier. Backhander high and all the way down the ice. Nygren goes back forward in behind his own net. Eakin out here to kill with Daniel Carr. Right side to Ambule. Ambule plays it in behind the net. Carr hustling over there, knocks it loose. Another crack at it for Canada. Can they locate it, get control, and clear the zone? Carr's gonna try. Knocked away, Cody Eakin will grab it. Here comes Eakin shorthanded. Pressure coming from behind, and it's batted away cleanly by Sorella. Carr behind the net, plays it all the way back out to center ice, and now he'll head off on a change. How about that play from Sorella?
Oh, it was a terrific back check. I mean, Eakin was at a standstill. He kind of had to curve to get that puck, so it was off to the races. But a real nice job from Alexei Sorella, who's a forward playing the point on this power play, to come back and disrupt that attempt.
Desharnais now out there with Bennett. Wieser moves it around near side. Corvi hammers it back around to Stransky on the far boards. Stransky. Back to Corvi at the point. Eagley. Stransky towards the net, deflected just wide. Connaughton's gonna step in here and pin it along the boards. Rowe trying to knock it loose. Gregoire. Bennett. Bennett backhander down the ice, and that'll do it. Canada's penalty kill gets it done as Winnick steps out of the box and heads back in on the forecheck. Corvi flips it ahead. Mack will give chase down into the corner. Hain comes up with it for Canada. They'll turn it over inside their own blue line. Eagley's shot blocked and bounces back out to the neutral zone where he will regroup. We have hit the midway points of this hockey game. Canada trailing 2-0. Goals from Rowe and Bristol for Davos. Here's Quine, drops it back. Eng, return feed, Quine from a bad angle, and that is out of play with 9:50 on the clock.
Well, we got to look at this break from Cody Eakin, and that right there, he had to take 2 crossovers to the middle of the ice, so he lost a little bit of momentum. That allowed Alexei Sorella to close the gap, and a good poke check. But if you're Canada right now, Dustin, you got to hang your hat on any small positives you can. It's been the penalty kill. Davos has really had nothing going. Maybe you can build ever so smallly off that.
I'm gonna wait if you're gonna win the face-off. That's the reason why I wait.
Quine versus Rasmussen on the draw.
All right. Come on, Dennis. Oh, good. All right, good. Stick.
Quine knocks this one back along the boards. Bisson tries to tuck it home short side, back up top to Perlini. He's gonna shoot, pass it, rebound, stopped by Eshelman as well. Bisson, another crack at it, and he flips it up over top of the goal. Back to the point to Perlini, he bobbles it, and it comes out to the neutral zone. Baudin, far side. Back in on the attack comes Canada. Puck laying there, Ennis can't get to it. Bounces off of a glove of Ennis. Bristette just got it back to Nygren, who moves it across far side. Quine with the body check there, and Hughes will hang on. Shots now. Canada went 5 minutes without a shot in this period. Now they're up to 13 for the game.
Well, Sandro Eschleman is feeling it. First of all, this hot shot from Perlini gets through, and then the rebound comes right out to Tyler Ennis, and through traffic, he puts it on the netminder, Bisson. That was right after the shot from Ennis. So 3 quick attempts, and Eschleman turns them all aside.
Winnick at the blue line, it's kept in. Down behind the net. Eagley back up top. Knocks it down into the corner. Now sent up into the slot. Connaughton working there against Sorella. Takes him down. Turned over again just inside the blue line. Sorella, side of the net, looking for a trailer. Hughes is there. Got a pad on it. Horrible puck management from this Canadian group inside their own blue line here in the period. Rashode sends one down in behind the goal. Ambule's on it there. Back up to the point. A ton of time. Passing it across. Shot from Sorella off of a stick into the corner. Ambule has it again. Winnick had left his man. Baradoon will grab it and send one on goal, but Baradoon probably shouldn't be that wide open inside the blue line.
No, not at all. We get a couple looks. I mean, Davos, as we've said, in the offensive zone, just creating things all the time. And this last one, you're right. I mean, Winnick is the left winger there. That's his D. He collapses too far off to his wing. And it's the defenseman, Baradoon, who's just able to get inside position and walk in and get a shot. I mean, that's just simple positioning you've learned when you've been 12 years old.
Maybe a sign that Canada is a little bit rattled here by the pressure of HC Davos.
Okay, guys, just a warning, Andrew.
Kalynuk in the corner, working against Corvi. Stransky wanted that puck. He was open momentarily in the high slot. Fora in behind the goal. Overskated by Kalynuk. Now back up to the blue line, shot in, and Hughes, who settled in nicely after giving up 2 goals early. His team remains down 2-0 here in Davos.
It's just a circus in their own zone.
I said to Ken yesterday after watching them for the first time, I said, I don't know about this D-core, man.
I said to Bucky, they need Cody Goluboff, and he's going to play 35 minutes.
Yeah, Goluboff would play a ton.
And he's no savior.
No, definitely not. But, I mean, they can't make a play on the puck.
No.
Forwards are leaving too early. Like, Winnick, what's Winnick doing?
Wow, I mean, that's basic. Hey, Bucky, am I too negative? Am I being too negative? Okay. No, of course,
Yeah, that's
of
true.
course. No, of course. Yeah, I mean, but that play from Winnick, which we didn't get a replay, that's basic hockey.
Yeah. They're fighting the puck so much. Less than 8 minutes remaining here in the second. Canada trailing Davos 2-0. One of the premier matchups in the 2022 Spengler Cup. Eakin in front of his own net. Knocks it into the corner. Now Eakin will move it over right side. Carr and Connolly in over the blue line. Basson sends it on goal. Connolly is there, gloves it down. Probably would have been disallowed if Carr touched it on that one off the glove of Connolly, but Canada trying to get some pucks to the net. Carr. Connolly will come in to help him. Brook moves down from the point to keep the play alive. Comes back to Brook again, chops it towards the goal. Here's Carr, tied up, gets a couple of whacks at it. Ishelman's down, and he's able to keep that pad on the ice and deny Daniel Carr of a couple of opportunities. Stretch pass up towards the blue line. Perlini, nice job to bat that thing down. It was knee high. Now Perlini walking in, still trying to work towards the goal. Finally knocked off of his stick, but it comes right to Ennis. Back to the blue line. No shot just yet. Behind the goal. Quine gives it back. Up top to Ennis. Ennis walks the line, turns and fires. Ishelman got a pad on that, and now Davos will send it all the way down the ice. Good weight on this one as well.
Much better response from Canada these last 2 shifts. The puck pursuit in the offensive zone, battling to win the pucks, has led to a couple scoring opportunities.
Perlini moves it down low. Ennis comes in there as well with Nash. Sven Jung along the boards, out. And a little bit of room here, a bouncing puck. Nordstrom settles it down, takes it wide in behind the goal, forced wide all the way back around to the blue line. Knuckle puck bounces in behind the goal. Now back to the blue line again. Eagly leaves it for Stedt. Almost lost it, now he will. Nash, all by himself, couldn't make anything out of that. He will finish his check in the corner, and Canada will take over once again. Here's Bennett walking in. Bennett with a shot wide glove side. Following up on the play is Leduc. Leduc waits, sends it towards the net, off the side of the cage, bounces back in behind the goal. Nash moves it around to Leduc. Leduc, good job controlling that puck, gives it back to Nash. Nash tried to go back to Leduc, jamming away. Bennett with a backhander up over top of the goal. He's on it again. Canada finally putting together back-to-back shifts. Bennett trying to get past the defender. He's held along the boards, no call. Comes back around, and finally, Ambule. Blue line, sauces it ahead. He's hammered by Kalynuk as Eagly pokes the puck in deep. Sevier on it for Canada, less than 5 minutes to play in the period. Stretch pass to Desharnais. Desharnais forced wide in behind the net. Tried to go back up to Brook, who was hopping in from the blue line, missed him. And now Eagly, near side, gets it out, relieves some pressure. Canada, though, right back in on the attack. DiDomenico across to Bisson. Loose puck there, jamming away Desharnais, and Esselman's got a pad on it.
Well, better speed from Canada coming through the neutral zone. That's creating some point-blank chances. DiDomenico gets it through, and then the rebound is right there for Desharnais, and look where that pad sticks. Eichelman has been wonderful here. As that shot from Bisson bounces its way through, and if that comes loose even just an inch, Desharnais there to tap it in.
Best stretch of the game from Canada is what we're witnessing right now. Nothing to show for it just yet. DiDomenico off the draw, throws it across towards the goal. Winnick couldn't get a stick on it. Bisson moves it back down in behind the net. Desharnais knocking it loose. DiDomenico couldn't come up with it cleanly. Bisson's got it just outside the blue line. Desharnais on the near side, and he'll give it to him. Desharnais down into the corner for DiDomenico. Winnick comes in to help, a little too late getting there. And Davos to the blue line, not out. Now Winnick plays it over to Desharnais again. Knocks it around in behind the net. DiDomenico unable to come up with it. Some pressure from Winnick causes some issues. And eventually Enzo Corvi will bring it out, and now in over the blue line. Corvi drops it off. No shot just yet. Corvi gets it back in behind the net. Dumps it off. Now back up top to the blue line. Shot through a crowd, hit a couple of legs. Stayed away from Hughes in the Canadian net. Now played ahead to Carr. Carr moves in. DiDomenico just onside. Back to Connaughton with a shot wide glove. Carr had gone to the front of the goal. Took out Eichelman. No penalty on the play, looks like, as Carr going hard to the front of the net.
Well, you'll see he gets pushed in right here from the Davos defender. He tried to avoid it, so a good call from the referee. Nice look from DiDomenico. Connaughton's going high. And we're wide here, just goes wide past the glove. Canada starting to come on here late in this second period.
It'd be big to get one here.
Be huge to get. You're exactly right. Connaughton would like that one back. That was close, but
start to play well. You want to have it pay off before you have to go to the room.
Yeah, really good point there, Dustin. And Travis Green comes back with the Cody Eakin line.
Eakin with Connolly on his right, Carr on his left. Connaughton back at the point with Brook. Or rather, Gregoire. Now this is Gregoire here. Moved ahead, Connaughton hustling back. And throws Sorella down to the ice. Now Connaughton on his backhand. Stretch feet ahead is a good one, and they're in over the blue line. Patience, and a shot bobbles up over top of the goal and rolls down the back of the net. Connolly with that attempt. Now Connaughton back down low for Carr. Eakin is there, Connolly will take it. Connolly up the right wing boards. Throws it across. Gregoire. Kalynuk. Back up top to Connolly. Sends one through and he scores! Traffic from Eakin in front, but Connolly has his third of the tournament and Canada has some life.
Well, it's been a fantastic stretch for about 6 minutes here for Canada. Davos on their heels. You can see head coach Travis Green saying, let's keep going, keep going. And look at Connolly with his head up, recognizing Cody Eakin with a presence in front, a terrific screen. Eichelman goes down in the butterfly. He never, ever saw it. Wonderful recognition from Connolly here just to get this puck through. Oh, and it looks like it glances off a Davos defender's thigh to get past the goalie. Canada's third goal of the tournament. Connolly's third goal of the tournament.
Well, you love his offensive production. Now you just need somebody else to chip in somewhere along the way. Canada, though, getting that very important next goal in this game, and they do not go down 3-0. They now trail 2-1 with 2.5 minutes to play and try to build on the best momentum they've had in this hockey game. Here's Ennis. Ennis down into the corner. Watched closely. Wine in there to help out. Ennis to Berlini, and Eichelman, a great bounce back blocker save. Ennis in behind the goal. Kalynuk moves down from the point. Ships it to Quine. Quine. Ennis with some room behind the net. Ennis tried to play it in front. Perlini was there. Now he'll go to Perlini in the corner. Perlini swings high. Perlini from the high slot with a shot. That's off of a stick into the corner. Beaudin way up the ice, finishes his check. Canada's got to get on side, and they do. Chris Bennett knocks it into the corner, wants to give chase. Bennett, Nash over the boards with Colton Sevier. Eagley, far side. Knocked loose momentarily. Nice job by Brook to keep this in. Now Sevier in behind the net, throws it out front. Bennett lets it slide back to Nash. Couldn't get it away cleanly. Now this shot on goal, that's deflected up over top of the net, and Davos trying to get out of this second period with a 2-1 lead.
Well, it's a terrific second effort all over the ice from Canada, much as we saw in the first period where they were having trouble getting out of their own zone. That's what Canada's doing, pressure all over the ice as we get another look at the shot from Connolly that glances off the thigh of the Davos forward past a screen. Eichelman to cut the lead in half.
Probably the only way you were going to beat him. Screen shot from the point. Brook in behind the net. Up top, Basson. DiDomenico. Back to Basson, has to turn and just fire it in behind the goal. Brook slides down, chips it towards the net, comes back to DiDomenico at the blue line. He'll give it to Winnick. Winnick along the boards, double teamed. Puck bounces loose. Brook kept it in again a couple of times, but now it is out. And Basson will give chase, but that was offside on the play, and they will eventually blow it down as we are now in the final minute of action in the second period.
A humorous moment here is it was a delayed offside. The whistle went. Bisson just kept going after Dahlbeck. You could hear him say to the linesman, I didn't know if it was a whistle from the crowd or a whistle from you guys. So
Understandable.
He just kept going. The linesman blew the whistle 3 times.
That's a good defense to use in this stadium tonight. If it's not whistles, it's drums. They're having a good time. Connaughton will play this in. Connolly. Does he have another one in him? He'll knock it down in behind the net. Cody Eakin back up along the boards. Gregoire will hustle back inside 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Connolly working there with Eakin. Connaughton had joined them up ice. Now Carr will head in on the forecheck. Eakin with pressure. Connolly leading the tournament with 3 goals, all of them coming in the second period of these 2 games. He's out there now and he'll head off on a change. And that will do it for period number 2. Canada gets one back, but a lot of work still to do. The Canadians trailing the host, HC Davos, 2-1 at the Spengler. All right, thank you.
Number one, whoever is goal. Like then it's so much easier for us others around to adjust for that. Number one, really aggressive. Doesn't matter whether it's forecheck, D-zone, whatever. Go harder. Then the second one fills in, touch each other, be more available. These, everyone. Stay closer to each other. Everybody wants the puck here, boys. Play with more confidence, we're going to win this game.
Good job, Ashley.
Go, Mike. Take it back, boys. Yeah. Take the momentum back. Exakt så är det.
I didn't see it, or it was kind of like thick, or...
What's that? It's like some scoops.
Different in the second period was 10 minutes was just us. We didn't score. 10 minutes was the second 10 minutes was just them and they scored one. That's it, no problem. It was a 50-50 game in the second period. No problem. Now, couple things. When we have breakouts, pressure breakouts, when we support each other, when we are close to each other, we have no problem. We watch all the control breakout and the pressure breakout. All of them. Support each other, then we are fine. Forwards don't disappear. When wingers one stretch away in the center too. And
Looking forward to a beer.
Don't move the puck upwards with these. At least the center come back again and we have to triangle again. We talked about it earlier once, 1 or 2 weeks ago. Come back and then we have to triangle. Then, when we have clears in our zone and we clear the puck, doesn't matter if it's a D or a forward, to the middle. then it had to be a take-to-take. Otherwise, use the boards. They have to pick up the puck too first and control it, and then they make a play. When it clears to the middle, boom, it goes right away up ice again. Doesn't matter a second or third period, huh? That's all what they try to do is rush, rush, rush. And we control them when we being smart. Huh? I mean, fucking right. You're doing a great job, guys. Now, third period, first period, we win the game.
Let's have the best one here, boys, eh? Yeah.
Oh, good. Hopefully we get a thrilling third period. Kent and I can call the shit out of it, you know?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Man. I just...
But not just a giveaway.
I don't
Like,
get it.
just on a platter.
Yeah. Yeah, like the juiciest of giveaways. Hughes has done a pretty nice job. I mean, 2 goals that he had no chance on because the team in front of him was incompetent. And outside of that, he stopped all 14.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. Seems a little compact at times. But he's done a good job.
Boys have fresh legs. Yeah.
Off the record? Are we off the record, Bucky? Is it just 3 of us listening?
Yeah. What's up?
Well, no, the guys were just saying, obviously they haven't, this is from the management, not from the team, but they much prefer the schedule if they lose tonight. So obviously they're not trying, but the schedule then becomes you play at 3 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, and then noon for the final, as opposed to 8 at night, 8 at night, and then 8 the nerd turnaround.
Yeah, that is
so that was just a management talk, right? Like obviously it's not come down to the team, but.
Yeah, that final, if you play at 8 o'clock the night before, you got to play again like 10 hours later.
Oh, I know, that's tough.
12 hours later.
Yeah. But you're back at the rink. You know, you're not.
13 hours later. You're back at the rink 11 hours later after that game.
Yeah, and you're
right
probably not.
You don't even leave for an hour.
You're not even sleeping. You're probably not falling asleep till 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Gotta be back by 10. Thank God we never made it to the final. I wouldn't have made it.
Oh yeah, I've been. I slept well last night, but I've still been pretty bagged throughout the day today. Okay, fine. We'll crank it up a notch. Jeez.
None taken.
Yeah. Man.
I'm hoping to pass 5 hours of sleep tonight. That's my goal.
Yeah, that'd be good. Did we set up those things for tomorrow yet, Buck? Or? Okay. Well, later the better. Doesn't hurt. Exactly, yeah.
Are we still going to try to get up the mountain?
I'm just thinking like not 8:30, you know? Well, tomorrow if I have to do these sit-downs, I don't think we'll have time to do that tomorrow. All right, let's see what happens here.
Right, all
I'd be
right.
pretty surprised if this game ends 2-1.
Who's got the goal for Canada?
Have we had a goal in every period so far in this tournament? I think we have. Like, yeah. Nope, third period.
Ooh,
Wow.
Going off the board. Okay. We never did our draft.
I got to stick. Well, yeah, we got to do that tomorrow. I'm going to stick with Perlini, man. He likes to shoot.
Okay. I like what you're saying there. I'm going to go with the same line. I think it's going to be Daniel Carr. I think they're going to...
Daniel Carr banging in some garbage. I like it.
Well, okay. I'll tell you after.
Welcome back to Switzerland, everyone. We are inside the Ice Stadium here in Davos, getting set for third period action between Canada and HC Davos. Brett Connolly has his tournament leading third so far. Cute little kid, eh? Got distracted by the little baby on the screen. How difficult is it to carry momentum from the end of one period to the beginning of the other? Because Canada finally had it and looked like they were starting to get into the game.
Yeah, great question, Dustin. I mean, that period couldn't have come quick enough for Davos. They were on their heels really probably the last 7 or 8 minutes of that second. If you'd ask Canada, they would have just loved to keep playing through it. But I'll tell you what, a funny thing happens with the momentum, and Canada can pick right back up where they left off based on this first shift right here. If Davos is able to slow them down a little bit, then it might take a little bit more. But certainly to finish that period, it was firmly in Canada's control. They're going to look to pick up right where they left off.
So a good 45 seconds to start this thing. All of a sudden, everybody goes, we still got it. Like, the momentum's still there. So
exactly.
They'll need to do it now. They were down 3-0 yesterday, managed to get a couple of goals from Connolly, lost that game 3-2. They were down 2-0 today, got a goal from Connolly in the second, and they are down 2-1 as we get set to drop the puck on period number 3. Connor Hughes in net for Canada, making his Spengler Cup debut. He has stopped the last 14 shots he has faced after being beaten on the first 2 shots, neither of which he actually had a chance on. Eakin, Connolly, and Carr, the only line for Canada to score so far, and they've drawn a penalty. Dahlbeck hauls down Connolly, and an early power play coming up for the Canadians. DiDomenico, extra attacker as Hughes gets to the bench. Gregoire circles back, has Connaughton on the far side of the ice, and he'll give it to him. Now Connaughton with Connolly to his right, that's where he goes. Connolly, far side, puck kind of wobbled and will now be touched. And we talk about a good start. It's set here for them to take advantage of it.
Well, Brett Connolly is putting his fingertips all over this Canadian roster. He's the one that forces the turnover right here on Dahlbeck and then gets his feet going. Dahlbeck puts the stick between the legs. One of your easier calls you're going to see. 35 seconds into the third period. Canada has a chance to even the score.
That's an automatic right there. Connolly will stay out, joined by Desharnais and Winnick. DiDomenico back on the point with Gregoire. Extra long battle off the draw, and Nordstrom will bring it away and play it down the ice. Hughes out to play it, backhands it around to DiDomenico. Finds Desharnais, who drops it off to Gregoire. DiDomenico with Desharnais up the middle of the ice, gives it to him. 51 in white, the captain in over the blue line, drops it off, and now an opportunity, shorthanded, walking in, cutting to the middle with a shot, and it's blocked. Rasmussen denied there after a turnover just inside the offensive blue line by Canada. Minute and 10 seconds left in this power play, and the Canadians will have to regroup. DiDomenico, now he gives it away. Prassel drops it off to Ambule. Ambule takes it in behind the net, and this power play not going according to script for Canada. Ambule has it again with speed, trying to drive wide. Hassan steps in neatly, takes it away, and now Ennis moves it ahead. Takes a return feed. Ennis in over the blue line. Shot off of a stick into the corner. 35 seconds remaining in this power play. Perlini back to Ennis. Ennis pressured. Baudin comes over to give him an option at the blue line. Ennis lost the handle on it. Scooped up. Thank you very much, says Davos, and they'll get it all the way down the ice off the stick of Sven Young. Baudin gets the blue. Throws it across to Sevier. Colton Sevier opens up some space for himself. Far side. Ennis couldn't handle the hot pass. Now Ennis. Sevier. Carr with a shot. And that's just high and wide as the power play expires. And we'll go back to 5-on-5 action.
Well, it took Canada about 1:55 to try to create anything. And then Daniel Carr just jumps to an open area there. Whistles that one wide as we got to look at Dahlbeck. He was the one who took the penalty on Connolly, but Davos averted any concern they might face as Eichelman, their goalie, was not tested.
Okay, you gotta let him come down, okay? Then you gotta come down in the white, all right?
4 power plays between the two clubs today. Combined, they have just 1 shot on goal. So special teams coaches look away as this puck will be played all the way down the ice. And that will be icing with Wieser and Bisson, and neither could get a stick on it.
Well, we saw in the earlier game today, Örebro from Sweden capitalize on several of their power play chances, so maybe it's just this game here that we're having a power outage.
Canada's power play 0 for 2 in the tournament coming in, so still looking for their first power play marker. Brook moves down from the point, knocks it in behind the net. Carr chases in, and it'll be knocked out. Connolly. Pressure coming. And Davos takes over, sending it towards the goal. Hughes is down, and a nice save. And some pushing and shoving and cross-checking and all that fun stuff at the edge of the crease as Hughes makes his 15th consecutive save.
Perfect point.
It helps when you're 6'4". This puck is in front of Hughes. He goes down into a butterfly just to make himself as large as possible. See, the long shot gets through. There's a rebound in front. Hughes takes any opportunity away from Knack.
Josh Brook dishing out the goods there, 23-year-old playing with the Calgary Wranglers in the American Hockey League. Rowe, who opened the scoring, quiet since, has it behind the net, working there with Stransky. Now Bisson takes it away, has a chance to reset, moves it into the near corner for Brook. Brook ahead to Nash, chips it in. Eichelman calmly steers that into the corner for Nygren. Canadian blue line making a change. Kalanick with Leduc. Sevier leaves it on the boards for Nash. Bennett, Sevier turns with the shot, and Eichelman's got his glove on that as well.
Well, something we saw late in the second period, Canada improve on, and that was puck retrieval once getting it in deep. Here they're able to do it as well. Sevier gets on that loose puck, tries the wraparound going far side. Eichelman all over it.
It's not a big guy, but he's done a good job covering the top part of the net.
No, he just stands at 6 feet, but you're right, he's feeling big. I was just gonna say, Davos, we don't have the stats in front of us, but Davos is definitely winning the face-off battle tonight. Canada having a real tough time at the dot.
DiDomenico walking in, a little drag and a shot. Rebound is there, batted just wide by 88 as well. DiDomenico's got it again, walks right out, no shot. Now he's gonna turn and fire off the shoulder of the netminder, bounces into the corner. Winnick is on it. He's taken down, might have just been a stumble, no call either way. And now Ambu will bring it in over the blue line, dumps it off. Michelish looking for a trailer, finds him, they throw it across, one-timer hammered hard and wide. Things opening up a little bit here now in period number 3. DiDomenico on the backhand, finds Desharnais. Ennis will go to the net, tried to find him, Ennis couldn't get a stick on it. Nordstrom on the far boards, uses the body to control the puck and plays it ahead. A little bit of room to wheel here. Shot off the stick of Dahlbeck, goes up and out of play. And buckle up, the rest of this hockey game, it's gonna be a good one.
Here's DiDomenico, such great poise with that puck. Little drag to the middle, and then he gets his own rebound. He just sails a couple feet wide on the short side. Some nifty hands from DiDomenico on display there.
Connaughton in the corner. Couldn't come away with it cleanly. Now they'll move it ahead. Connaughton again. Sevier took it off his skate, had to go get it. Gregoire move it over on the far side. Hammered into the near corner. Sevier first on it. Knocked away from Bennett, comes back. Gregoire, far side. Connaughton got it away just in time. Now Sevier trying to knock it a little bit further down and behind the goal. Dahlbeck reverses it. Now he'll take a return feed. Dahlbeck, tons of ice in the neutral zone. That's where they'll go. Prassel sends it in, and Hughes just very calmly hanging on.
Well, real smart play there from the Canadian goalie. No sense in risking moving the puck when you've got Prassel coming and charging hard.
Quine on this face-off against Rafael Prassel. Quine got this one. Baudin behind the net. The Quine in front, moves it ahead to Ennis. Ennis will chip it down the ice. Perlini chasing after it, no icing on the play, and Perlini initiates contact in the corner. Ennis tried to poke it around one man, now he's got it again. Ennis walking in, stripped up the puck from behind by Prassel, and it slides into the corner. Bisson, the defender, down low. Quine covering for him, pinches at the point, keeps it alive. Now it's knocked in behind the net. Over 6 minutes gone here in the third. Canada still searching, needing an equalizer. Perlini winds it up, drops it off to Ennis, stays on side himself. Ennis with a shot that's blocked. Perlini regroups along the sideboards, backhands it down into the corner. Ennis has his man tied up. That'll roll in behind the net to Cody Eakin. Eakin now falls as he fights for the puck. Ennis watching and waiting. Where's that puck gonna pop out? And Eakin keeps it alive down low. One hands it towards the front of the goal, and it's all the way down the ice. Perlini will head off on a change as Leduc goes back for it. Leduc up the boards for Connolly with speed. Connolly takes it wide, circles back, now drops it off. Connolly high along the blue line. Carr with a shot. Eakin parked in front again, and this time it's blocked, and Davos will relieve the pressure. Stransky with a shot after a quick move, wide blocker side. Eakin's got it for Canada, flips it to the middle of the ice. Carr nearing the end of a shift, didn't have the juice to get there. Now Connolly will provide pressure as Carr heads off for a breather. The Desharnais line over the boards for Canada as they search for a goal to tie it. Michelice loses it at the blue line. Dahlbeck has it for Davos, takes a look. Hit as he tried to get it in. Winnick couldn't poke it up along the boards. Michelice has it again into the slot. That shot blocked. And it's all the way back out to the neutral zone. Good pace in this hockey game right now, Kent.
It really is. You just get the sense Canada. Oh, whoa, there's those lively boards again. Aishelin, that puck bounced out the boards right through his legs.
Michelice looking to Ambule. Aishelman should know he plays here. This is his home barn. Now here's Desharnais. And this is blown down on a penalty behind the play. And we'll get it sorted out when we return to Davos.
Wow, it's 3-on-2 the other way.
Don't you have to jump for charge?
2 minutes. 2 minutes for charging. That was too much. Come on.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's late. That's a penalty.
No, Kevin, you do not have to jump for charging.
Not on that one. Well, huge penalty kill here. Yep.
I want to see a replay of that bounce off the end boards.
Yeah, what a mess. Canada's penalty kill will have to go to work. Connaughton in the box for charging on Ambul, and Davos with a chance to seal this winning away. Neither power play has been good. They're both 0 for 2 thus far this evening.
Canada, of course, would like to see that trend continue. We saw a replay of the penalty, and it definitely was the right call as Kevin Connaughton took out Andreas Ambul from Davos.
Little late, little high. They got him for a charge. And now Davos looks to open this thing up a little bit, leading 2-1 and a power play midway through the third. That'll be played around to the blue line. Not out, kept in, at least momentarily. Stransky couldn't control, and Brook gets a stick on it, knocks it out to the neutral zone. Davos forced to regroup. Eagly down the far boards, knocked off the puck. Continues with the pressure. Bodies falling to the left of the Canadian net. Basson in there hacking and whacking, trying to knock it loose. Now it'll be played around. Some hustle onto the near boards from Corvi to keep it alive. Down into the corner, swings it back along the boards. Looking into the slot, Nash got a stick on that. Stransky to the far wall to grab it. Corvi in behind the net. Corvi waiting, tosses it right out front, but it's batted back into the corner. Corvi with Wieser in the high slot. Wieser can't get it just yet. Back up top, Eagly throws it across. Stransky turns. Back in front, Wieser again fires it over top of the net. Corvi has it bounce over his stick. 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Wieser again, a swing and a miss. Canada will grab it and send it the length of the ice.
Well, terrific puck movement from Davos, but you know what? You got to give the Canadians credit. They were staying in their lanes. The best chance from Wieser fired about 2 feet over the net.
Pretty active sticks on that penalty kill, deflecting a few passes. Destined for one-timers. Nordstrom brings it in, drops it off. Power play about to expire. Sent in. Hughes is down. Has to scramble around. No stick. He's lost it. Back to the point. That's going to be blocked. Penalty is over to Connaughton. He's out of the box. Penalty kill has done the job. Now they can get back on the attack with less than 10 minutes to go, trailing 2-1. Cody Eakin off the glass and out. Ennis out there now after the penalty kill with Quine and Perlini. Perlini got a stick on that, in to the bench and out of play. Canada trailing 2-1. Fuck, is that the under 14 power break? Hadn't got to it yet, I guess. Well, yeah, then why did they go to power break right now?
Yeah, didn't we take it right when the penalty happened?
Yes, we did. Yeah. So I don't know, botched power break. That doesn't make any sense.
For charging, I didn't leave my feet. You all tried to slide it into him?
Two reasons. Too late and too high. I give charging. I see it only once.
Okay, you didn't. Okay.
We've entered the home stretch The Ice Stadium in Davos. Canada still trailing by 1. 9.5 minutes to find that equalizer. Gregoire has Connaughton to his left, tosses it over to him. Connaughton settles it down, moves it ahead, and that'll be chipped down the ice. Eshelman out to play it. Ennis is over. Gets control, working there with Quine. Perlini will go to the front of the net. Gregoire kept it in. Perlini will grab it on his backhand. Takes it into the corner. Perlini in behind the goal, looking for some room to wheel. Puts on the brakes, tied up along the boards. In the corner. Quine comes jamming in there, trying to knock that puck loose, and he does. Now back to the point. Across. Gregoire with a shot through. Eshelman bobbles it, but is able to hang on in his trapper for the whistle.
Well, again, terrific work from Canada, winning the battle down low, moving the puck south to north, up to the point, D to Gregoire, and he probably wanted that one a little further to the left where there was traffic on the other side. This one, Eshelman was able to see right into his glove.
Canada needing a comeback to avoid their first ever 0-2 start at the Spengler Cup. And considering how many times they've been here, it's quite the stat. They've won 4 of the last 5 tournaments, trying to avoid an 0-2 start right now. DiDomenico passed too high and it'll be offside. Looked like he touched it, but I guess he did not. Play will continue. Ambule knocked off the puck. Desharnais's got it. He's got Winnick to his left. DiDomenico far side, wide right. Winnick crashing in there. Desharnais waits in behind the goal. Pops loose to DiDomenico, back up top to the point. Sauced across to Leduc, a bouncing puck. Desharnais, Winnick. Winnick now trying to find some space. Turns, throws it back to the point. Leduc waits, now he takes. Where is it? Up into the netting and out of play. Canada trailing 2-1. Davos with the lead right now, trying to hang on. This has been a pretty evenly played period right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Dustin. You know, Davos is making Canada work for everything that they're going to get out here, and you just get the sense that if they get the tying goal, it's going to come off of something similar that we've seen. Grinding it out down low, getting the puck to the net from there. That's where Canada's had success late in the second period, and the chances they've had here in the third.
Daniel Winnick seems like he's playing a little bit frustrated so far here. He's a Spengler Cup veteran, and there's not many of them on this team. Winnick in his 5th year overseas, was drafted in the 9th round by the Coyotes. Also drafted in the 9th round that year, Mark Streit, who's hockey royalty here in Switzerland. I think I saw him a little bit earlier on this afternoon. Now in behind the goal, this is Eakin out there with Connolly. Does he have another one? He's got their only 3 goals of the tournament so far. Puck played around, blue line and out. Basson could not keep it in. Now he'll flip it into the middle of the ice for Carr. Carr knocks it up the boards for Eakin, who pokes it down into the corner. Corvi is there. Carr will close on him. Eakin comes in as well. Carr on the support to the blue line, kept in. Connolly on a feed from Carr, too hot to handle, didn't get all of it. And now the puck's back out to the neutral zone. Carr has it for Canada, walking in, leaves it for Eakin. Eakin puts it behind Carr into the corner. And now Davos with a chance to clear. Brook will grab it for Canada all by himself. Everybody else heading off on a change. Rips it around. Quine is there, leaves it for Ennis. Ennis, an opportunity in front, stopped by Eshelman, put it right into his chest. Quine in front, Perlini there as well. And they've got to be careful. Perlini getting his hands up. Doesn't look like anything will be called so far. 6:50 on the clock.
Oh, what an effort from Tyler Ennis. It was a real nice play from Norris just to delay a second because there was a line change happening. Then he ripped it around on the rim. That allowed Ennis to get it. Takes that puck to the net into the belly of Eichelman, and then it all kicked off from there, and that backhand punch from Perlini is probably a little bit fortunate that it went uncalled.
I was waiting for an arm to pop up there. Did not happen. We'll continue to play 5-on-5 with less than 7 minutes to go. Bouncing puck, story of the game for Canada. Desharnais in behind the net. We played around. Gregoire activates, moves down along the boards, plays it up top. DiDomenico with a shot. Traffic in front from Desharnais, and it's knocked just wide. Now back to Connaughton. Connaughton in behind the goal for Winnick. Winnick looking in front off the pad of Eichelman. Back up to the point. Gregoire backpedals along the blue line, drops it off to DiDomenico. In behind the net, DiDomenico out front. Thought about a shot, now drops it back. That's blocked. Connaughton has it again and gives it away. DiDomenico steps in, and that will be an interference call as he takes out Eagley at center ice, and another power play for Davos in an attempt to officially seal this away.
Well, this one really hurts because it's coming off some terrific pressure from Canada, but they're guilty of overhandling the puck at the blue line, and errant pass to DiDomenico, and there's no question that's a penalty. And I think Gregoire was coming back to support, so I don't think it was going to be a clear-cut breakaway. I don't think DiDomenico had to do that. Nonetheless, stuck out the hip and really gave no choice to the referee. And once again, here in the third period, a huge kill looming for Canada.
It did look like he had help there. Was not the last man back. Power play for Davos. Back to the point, shot through. Hughes blockers it away. Stransky. Wieser, far side. Corvi settles it down. Stransky takes this shot, hit a body, still laying there, and eventually Bisson knocks it to the corner where Corvi takes over. Corvi with Rowe parked right in front. Back up top, Eagley throws it across to Stransky. Stransky, nice feed, back up top. Eagley had to take it on the backhand. No one-timer available that time. They'll get it back up top again. This time he'll load and fire off the back of a leg. Stransky gets it back again for Davos. Takes a return feed, thought about it. Back up top to Eagley. Corvi walking in. Back pass to Eagley. Stransky with a shot. Hughes there to turn it aside. Big save from Connor Hughes, making his Team Canada debut.
Well, he's been perfect on 18 straight. None bigger than that last one to keep it a one-goal game.
Crowd getting behind this Davos power play. Nordstrom sends one through, and Hughes calmly gloves it and hangs on for a whistle with 46 seconds remaining in the penalty to DiDomenico.
Well, there's the save off Stransky. Terrific push from the left pad to the right from Hughes to turn that aside. Again, wonderful puck control from Davos on the power play, moving it around, eventually finding that open one-time shot.
Michelis wins that face-off against Eakin. Shot through Carr, and Eakin out here to try to finish off the job on this penalty kill. Nordstrom working against Leduc. Back up to the point. Nygren drops it off. Carr, a couple of cracks at it, can't get it out. Now an opportunity down low for Nordstrom. Ambuel will come in to help him. Picks up the puck, moves it around. Michelis now back in behind the net. Nordstrom missed it. Sorella has it bounce off a skate, but Nygren keeps it in at the blue line. 9 seconds left in the power play. Michelis, high slot, redirect into the glove of Hughes, and he is seeing the puck extremely well right now.
Well, Davos does like to use Andreas Ambuel in the middle of the ice for that little shot tip. And, you know, even though that might have been going up and over, still incredible reflexes from Hughes to pick that up. Grab that, and with 5 seconds left, a big face-off here for David Desharnais as Chris DiDomenico is set to come out of the box for Canada.
Rasmussen on the draw. Desharnais wins it into the corner. It'll be batted around the boards. Fora on it there, kept it in, and now ripped around on the far side. DiDomenico out here to join Winnick and Desharnais. 4 minutes to play. Canada looking to avoid an 0-2 start. Hughes shuts the door short side. Comes all the way back around to Fora at the left point. Bats it down and behind the net. Dahlbeck pressures Winnick. Winnick's able to come up with it though, and now a race against Dahlbeck. Moves it ahead to Desharnais, who sends it in, and Desharnais will pursue. DiDomenico comes in as well. DiDomenico knocked off the puck, and it's out to the neutral zone and down the ice, and that will be an icing with 3:33 on the clock.
Well, what a wonderful penalty kill from Canada. You know what? They were under siege essentially the whole 2 minutes, but they didn't panic. They didn't break. They kept their shooting lanes, and then when that finally broke down, Connor Hughes, your most important penalty killer, was there.
Canada's penalty kill, perfect so far this evening. It's the offense they got to worry about. This will be sent down. Hughes tried to chip it away. It's going to bounce into the corner instead. Quine comes over there, working with Perlini along the boards. Corvi knocks it towards the front of the goal. Back to Nygren with the shot. It's going to be blocked, and Quinn's got it. Ennis following up on the play. Comes up with the puck. Back to the point. Now sent towards the goal. Redirected by Ennis into the corner. Brooks sends one on goal. That's off the side of the net. Around to the blue line and out. Gregoire cannot keep it in. He'll fire it over to Brook. Brook, center ice. Perlini on a rolling puck will settle it down at his own blue line. Here's Perlini walking in. Perlini with the shot. A rocket that's wide glove side. Brooks sends one through, misses the head of Carr and bounces into the corner. Eakin with the pressure there, but this will be knocked out. Perlini slides in. And Davos, a stumble from Stransky. Carr trying to take advantage of it. Eakin, they'll be joined by Connolly. Connolly plays it up top. The net is empty, just over 2 minutes remaining, and Hughes is on the bench. The extra attacker is over the boards, and a face-off coming up in Davos territory.
Well, we'll see what head coach Travis Green elects to do, if he wants a timeout now or save it for a little bit.
You save it for a bit here, do you think?
I think he might. Looks like he's getting his message across. Canada's taking their time on this line change. The only thing is they've only got 5 out.
It will be Josh Brook who stays out here. Net empty for Canada, trailing 2-1. 2:08 remaining. Face-off won by Eakin. DiDomenico sends one through a crowd. Winnick comes up with it for Canada. Back to the point for Brook. Across to DiDomenico. Dumps it off to Connolly. Connolly in the corner. Eakin will come in there as well. Eakin's going to hammer it around the boards. Got to hurry. Brook gets back to it just inside the blue line. Down low for Eakin. Desharnais comes in to help out as well. Winnick along the boards. Eakin there to help. DiDomenico back at the point. DiDomenico's going to walk in. Dumps it off to Eakin. Save made by Eshelman as Eakin didn't get all of it. Now back to Brook. Far side. Connolly. Less than 90 seconds to go. Canada looking for an equalizer. Brook. DiDomenico. He'll take the shot off of a body in front, up and out of play with 1 minute and 19 seconds remaining in the game. And now this will probably be a timeout.
Canada just working the 6-on-5 perfectly. DiDomenico goes backdoor to Eakin. Unfortunately, he had to play it off his skate to his stick, and that extra split second allowed the netminder to get across. And then, whoa, what a replay there as DiDomenico puts that off the blocker of Eshelman.
Great atmosphere inside the ice stadium in Davos. Head coach Travis Green watching on. Canada looking to come back and tie this hockey game. A loss would lead to a quarterfinal matchup 2 days from now after a day off tomorrow. They've got other ideas here, no doubt. Eakin on the draw, can't win it. Desharnais trying to hop on the puck. Eakin now in the corner, and Canada will come up with it. Net is empty. Back around, DiDomenico keeps it in, works it down into the corner. Back up top, far side now, Connolly. 3 goals on the tournament, all 3 goals for Canada so far as we enter the final minute of play. Back up top to Gregoire, thought about it, throws it across. DiDomenico now settles it down, drops it into the corner for Winnick. Back up top to DiDomenico. He's gonna walk in. DiDomenico still going, takes it right in behind the net, knocked off the puck, hauled down in the corner. Stransky comes over, Desharnais engages in the battle. Eakin is there to help as well, 40 seconds left. Winnick trying to knock it loose, given away, and an opportunity for Davos now with the net empty. Ambule looking to steal it, it's blocked by Gregoire. Now he moves it ahead, they're onside. Connolly walking in, a drag and a shot. Esselman, a big time stop with 22.6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this is remarkable, and there's just some concern on the Davos bench right now. A player is racing off. Even the Canadian players were waving at everybody. So I just wanted to make note of that because, wow, what action here. The block shot on Andreas Ambule at one end, right Gregoire, and then the quick transition up the other way, the toe drag from Connolly, and I think maybe his skate right there got the Davos player, and he got up and went racing to the bench. Even the Canadian players were alerting.
Yeah, Connolly was telling them too, here he comes.
So when he pulled the toe drag there, you saw the hand come out. It's tough to see who that was.
I think it was Sven Young who'd gone down. Christian Bolben is not happy with probably this face-off coming where it was. There's another look at it. 22 seconds left. Face-off, scrambled. Played around to the blue line. Not out. That'll be tossed up along the boards for Gregoire. Gregoire looking for an opening. Dumps it off to DiDomenico in behind the net. DiDomenico chops it into the corner. Ennis hustling over there. 5 seconds remaining. Canada trying to funnel a puck towards the net, but it's not going to happen. HC Davos defeats Canada 2-1. And for the first time in their Spengler Cup history, the Canadians have started the tournament 0-2. 3 goals in the tournament so far, all of them from Brett Connolly.
Well, wildly entertaining game, especially considering it was just a 2-1 score. Full marks to Davos for hanging in there. Canada once again not starting until about 9:30 p.m. It's an 8:15 start, but second night in a row, not a great first period, and they battled back, and again, just not enough. Davos looked good. Again, something to build off for Canada as they will have a date with the second seed in the quarterfinals.
That will be next for Canada as they continue to search for their first victory at the 2022 Spengler Cup, dropping a 2-1 decision to the hosts.
Woo. Good call, Dusty.
Thanks, man. I was hoping they'd get the equalizer there.
Man.
God. Man, 2 games in and only 1 guy has scored. Tough luck. So we're good, eh, Buck? So Davos versus Prague for the division. I like that. That's a big game.
Yeah. He was good.
He was good.